Hello, church family. Thank you for taking time today to watch our video. We are blessed to have a wonderful congregation and their eagerness to serve the living church. One of our most important needs are ushers for Sunday morning worship. For some, there is a reluctance to volunteer, usually because you are unsure of what is expected. It's simple, fun, and a great way to help our staff and lay leaders. It's best to arrive in the sanctuary before 10 a.m. If possible, one usher should arrive by 9:45. You want to unlock the entrances to our campus. The narthex, or main entrance to the sanctuary, the welcoming area, and the doors outside the church office. Typically, this is already completed by staff or our Sunday school teachers. You just need to check. Also, please turn on the lights in the sanctuary. The light switches are in the history hallway behind the sanctuary. If you're unsure how or where, just ask. There are plenty of people who can help you. You'll need to gather the bulletins to pass out to our congregation. You can find these near the main entrance to the sanctuary. On rare occasions, they might not be there, so check the other entrances or our church office. One usher should stand at each door to the sanctuary, near the welcoming area entrance, the history hallway, and the main entrance to the sanctuary. You might be the first person to greet attendees to worship, so be sure to have a warm smile. If you don't recognize them, please introduce yourself, ask if they have any special needs or prayer concerns, and hand them a bulletin. At 10:10 a.m., it's time to ring our church bell. The rope is hanging in the hallway in the narthex. The most common question is, how many times? The answer is 12, to represent each one of the apostles. Pro tip: acolytes sometimes love completing this task, so don't be afraid to let them ring the bell. As the opening prelude begins, use a lighter in the drawer near the entrance to light the acolyte's candle. Typically, they are anxious, so be sure to comfort them that if the flame goes out, it isn't a problem and someone will come to their assistance. Send them down the aisle and close the sanctuary doors behind them. Next, you will want to take attendance of those in worship. While Pastor Emily is greeting the congregation, count the number of attendees. This should include a head count of the choir and the staff as well. In the desk in the narthex, you'll find a notebook in a drawer. Fill out the notebook with this information. While ushers are taking attendance, one should be locking all doors to the church except the main entrance to the sanctuary. This is an important step for the safety of our congregation. Also, it will allow you to easily locate someone who might arrive a little late to worship. Once attendance and locking the campus are complete, please feel free to worship as usual. Typically, our ushers sit in the last row of pews. Again, this will allow you to greet and aid those who might arrive a little late. One item of great importance is our church offering. This celebration is a meaningful portion of our worship service. Our pastor will announce to the congregation it is time to bring our gifts to the church. When the music begins, 4 ushers will walk to the front of the church and you'll be handed the offering plates. You'll then separate into pairs, 2 coming down the center aisle and 1 each on the outside walls of the pews. Just pass 1 plate down the first row and your partner will pass a plate to the next row. Continue to collect and alternate rows until you reach the end of the sanctuary. When finished, combine all the offerings into 1 plate and stack the remaining plates underneath. When the doxology begins, 1 usher will deliver the plates to Pastor Emily. You may then join the other ushers in the back. During the closing hymn, please open the doors in the back of our sanctuary. After worship has concluded, there are just a few things to complete. Aid anyone who might have questions or need assistance. Tidy up the sanctuary. Collect loose papers, simple trash. Replace hymnals or Bibles into the holders. You will want to make sure to lock the front door to the sanctuary. Another pro tip: after locking, push to make sure it's secure. Be sure to collect the attendance sheets from the pew pads and place them on the desk in the church office. Also, check to see if any plate offerings are laying around and place them in a drawer in our office marked Sunday Offering. Be sure to turn off the lights in the sanctuary and make a quick check that all lights are off inside the building. Lastly, make one last check of every exterior door on campus to ensure they are locked before leaving. that's it. I understand this is a lot of information, but you can see it isn't as complex or scary as you might have imagined. And remember, you'll always have additional ushers to help along the way. If you have questions or wish to sign up to serve as an usher, please contact our church office. They can help you with anything you might need. Thanks again for taking the time to learn about serving as an usher. We hope you'll sign up soon.